What is up, guys? A4L channel here. I almost forgot. Now we're doing the macaroni and cheese here. In fact, real quick, let me see if these noodles are done. So you get yourself some elbow mac. You boil the noodles. Alright, those are done. So let me get this off the stove quick before I overcook those. You don't ever want to, I can't stand when people overcook noodles. There is a right and wrong way to cook noodles, trust me. If you're used to overcook noodles, it's because you've never had properly cooked noodles. A lot of folks like to take mac and cheese and overcook the noodles, and next thing you know, you got a bunch of giant noodles that's filled with water, and I hate it. It's so disgusting. So please learn how to cook noodles. How do you cook noodles? Well, you don't leave them in there for too long. Here's a tip. When cooking noodles, as soon as the noodles are soft enough to where there's no crunchiness, that's when they're done. You don't leave it in any longer. The longer you leave it in, the more water it soaks up and the more disgusting it becomes. You don't want mushed noodles. And I hate it when folks make mushed noodles. Okay, so we got the noodles here. I'm making the custard. The custard is 2 eggs, a whole can of evaporated milk, not condensed milk, evaporated milk, salt, pepper, and I'm putting a pinch of sugar in there. A pinch. Some folks say, what's a pinch? Pinch it with your fingers and put it in there. That's a pinch. It's not that difficult. And just beat it up like you would a scrambled eggs. You know, just beat it up. And this is your custard for the mac and cheese. Some folks are like, what do you mean custard? Like custard filling? No. It's what holds your mac and cheese together so everything's not falling apart all over the place. Alright. So the custard is, here's what the custard looks like when you're everything's said and done. Don't want to turn it too much because I don't want it to spill out. Now while the noodles are still hot, we're going to go ahead and add some butter. And cream cheese. Butter and cream cheese, what we're going to add here to the noodles while the noodles are hot so it can melt all the way through the cheese. And I'm just going to use a whole stick of cream cheese here. You see this? Whole stick. That's going to go all into the noodles. As soon as I can open this, let me get a scissors quick. Cooking scissors, of course. Half on one end, the other half on another end, like that. I like to keep my hands washed whenever I grab the spoon because I don't like getting the end of the spoon dirty. I just don't. So get that in there and stir this all up in there. Cream cheese, butter, pot of noodles, stir this in here until it's all melted down. So I'm going to go ahead and stir this for a minute, and I'll show you guys when I'm done stirring how we're going to layer this in the pan and bake it. Alright, what's up, guys? Got the got this all stirred in now. So what you're gonna want to do now, get yourself any size pan that you want to make the mac and cheese with. Oh, let me grab my cheeses quickly. I like to get my cheeses, or not my cheeses, but I like to get everything set up before I start to cook a certain dish. Alright, so what we got sharp and mild cheddar grated bags. And we got the cheddar jack grated bag. We got our custard that I talked about earlier. And we got our mixture of mac and cheese, or excuse me, elbow mac, cream cheese and butter. And we're just going to put a little bit of butter in all four corners. What we're going to do is we're going to layer this down. We're going to get a layer of elbow mac in here. And I just used a pound bag. You know, this is just for 2 people for a few days. You know, if you want, if you got more folks, you're going to have to use a little bit more, obviously. But I just use 1 pound bag here. Just get a layer of that in there. Just one little layer, you know. Don't press it down, but mush it down because to get it through. That's all I'm doing is there was get it nice and flat, not mushed down, but some parts had stuff up here and other parts were holdy, so I just gotta getting it nice and even. Then I'm gonna lay a little bit of the custard across the top here. Get the custard across the top in the middle there. Then we're gonna put all these cheeses on here. From the mild to the sharp to the cheddar jack. I'm just gonna do a layer of each. Get a nice layer across here. Hope you guys can see this. Let me move this. Why is this peanut butter right there? I didn't use peanut butter in anything, so I don't go using peanut butter now. I have no clue why I think it was just on the countertop originally. Alright, so we got the mild cheddar. Let's get the sharp cheddar poured down here. You know, just a layer of each cheese, you know what I'm saying? Sharp cheddar on here. One bag will be sufficient enough, even for this size. If you got a bigger, if you're trying to make more, you might need a little more. Now, let's get the cheddar jack. Let me get this open. Put the cheddar jack in here. There we go. Now we're going to do another layer of noodles. I'm just going to go ahead and put the rest of the noodles on here. Everything in this pan, because I wanted to make this whole dish here. And I obviously don't have enough room for another layer, so I'm just going to layer all the rest of this pan. Is going right in here. Oh, look at that shit. It's just enough. Just enough. Put that on there. Spread it around a little bit. Don't mush. I hate mush noodles. Don't mush up the noodles. Just spread it. Alright. Then we're going to place the rest of the custard in here. Get the rest of the custard all in there. Don't waste any of that. Get it all in there and get the rest of these cheeses on there. 5 minutes. You know, and if you can see, I'm starting to run out of cheese, and there's not a full layer of each. That's fine. You know, the cheese is cheese. You know, it's totally fine. Don't get all bent out of shape if you can't layer the top with the exact same amount that you layered the first one. It's always just cheese. Don't worry about it. It's all layered up there. Now, the last thing I'm going to use is, you don't have to, I'm going to use bacon bits here. So, you don't have to use bacon bits if you don't want to. You don't even have to use any, if you want to use real bacon, go ahead and use real bacon. If you don't want any bacon, don't put any bacon. But I'm going to add it. And I like bacon. And I like bacon bits. And I think mac and cheese combined with bacon bits just sounds so delicious, don't it? Baked macaroni and cheese combined with bacon bits, don't that sound delicious? Oh. So I'm just going to kind of layer this on top. And put it all around. You don't need too much. You don't, just in various places. You don't want it necessarily covered. Just make it look nice. Just like that. And now, it goes in the oven. I'm not going to put it in the oven yet because my oven is too small and my ham is in there cooking right now. The ham is too big for my oven to fit any other things, but when the ham is done, I'll put it in the oven. Alright guys, we'll see you guys next.